Let's see, guys. It's time to learn. So I'm here for my starters and my beginners. This design might be looking complex and technical, but I'm telling you, with your knowledge of A line and please, you can work it out. So let's get started. Trust me, it's easy. So all you have, this is a pattern of a straight skirt that I know a beginner should be able to draft without supervision. So all what is going to happen now is I've changed this straight pattern skirt into an hairline skirt, and all you have to do is just go to the hem of your straight skirt and extend it by between 4 and 7 inches, and make a straight line down back to the waistline. So that's what I did here. And to eliminate this sharp edge, you have to curve it to give this curveness. That's what I'm actually doing here. I went up by 1 or 2 inches. If you don't have a curve ruler, you can actually use a straight ruler. All you have to do is bend it and you are good to go. So this is a prepared A line skirt, and that is all you need to start a basic design. So now, after this is done, we are set. We are set to tada our A-line skirt is here. So now we want to have a cutout. In this video, I measured 5 inch into the skirt and 5 inch downwards, all what, and I'm going to connect the 5 inch with the 5 inch depth. So that's what I'll do. I'll connect it. I was trying to use a curve ruler. I remember it's for beginners. You might not have one, or you might not know how to do one. It is fine, it is good. All you have to do is use your hands the way I'm using mine here. Be gentle. You can use a pencil, then can you can erase before, and when you get the right curves, you can now cut out. So we're going to cut out, we're going to label well before you cut out, so there won't be any problem. So we're going to cut out. You can make this cutout bigger. You can make it 6'6", 7'7", as you want it. The bigger it is, the better. So we have cut it out and we have kept it. Now let's go to make our slash lines. Slash and spread is like is the next thing in fashion. If you have a class on slash and spread, it's going to change your game. So right now I'm making slash lines and I'm making them to be 2 inches apart. You can make it more than 2 inches, you can make it less than 2 inches. I'm going to have 3 slash lines. You can have more than that. You can have more than that. You can have 6. You can have 7. As much slash lines as you want. But for this class, not to be bogus, let's do 3 slash lines. And in between those slash lines, we have 2 inches. You can make it 2.5. The more inches you have, the better for you. I actually canceled out that place because I don't want you to get confused. So now we have 3 slash lines, which I am going to label right now. 1, 2, 3. You can have more. I've said it earlier. You can have more. More is better. So I'm going to slash through. I'm going to slash through. In slash and spread, sometimes you don't slash through, but for this class, we are going to slash through. You need to do this slash and spread class with me. You're going to love it, and it's going to change your game. You will design so many things that you won't think about. So I'm trying to slash. So we are slashing through in this place, and I've slashed the first line, I've slashed the second line, and I am on the third line. There are 3 lines. When you slash, they're going to be three. The 3 lines will turn into 4 panels. So let's say you have 3 lines, it's going to turn into 4 panels. And if it's 4 lines, if you have 4 lines, they're going to turn into 5 panels. So imagine you having 6 lines, it's going to turn into 7 panels. So now we have 4 panels: panel 1, panel 2, and panel 3 and 4. So now I want to start preparing for my pleating. So I put another paper under this panel, the 4 panel, and I made them to be 2.5 inches in between each panel. You need to make the inches in between each panel uniform. So I made it 2.5. I would advise you to make it more than that if you want the pleat to really be a lot, to be like big. You can make it 4. 4 is fine. But for this class, I made it 2.5. 2.5 is okay, but 3, 4, 5 is going to change the game and is going to make it beautiful. So I'm trying to secure with it paper tape so that it will shift. Beginners, please invest in paper tape. Whoa, do this paper tape. Do not have mercy on it. Place it on it so that it will not shift. So that is what I'm trying to do. I don't want to anything to shift. So now now it's time to fold in my pleat. All you have to do is you bring the first panel edge to meet the second one. So my first panel 1 is going to meet 2, and I'm going to secure it with my paper tape again. So 1 meet 2, 2 meet 3, or 3 meets 2. So you can see the way I'm doing it. I'm preparing it for the pleat. I'm preparing the pleat right now. You can decide to bring 3 to 2, 2 to 1, or 1 to 2, 2 to 3, then now 4 to 3. So my 2.5 in pleats are already under it. Yeah, it's under it. Don't worry. Let's continue. You understand bits better. Hey, paper tape, oh, paper tape for don't finish now. So back, so that's my cutout. You can see that it fits like a glove. So that is it. It fits like a glove. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to cut. I'm not going to go to the M. You can see that the M is irregular. We don't want that. So I'm going to blend it and make it blend. I've said it earlier, you don't have to have a curve ruler. You can bend in your straight ruler and it's fine. So the M is prepared, is curved already, and is regular. There is no irregularity here. So we are going to cut off, and let's see, I'm cutting off. I'm still using this paper tape. Yeah. So I'm cutting off. See, we need this pattern does not have allowance yet, and the reason is because it's a tutorial. But I'm telling you right now, my starters, my beginners, put your seam allowance when you place it on your fabric. So the fabric is on fold. Yes, you all know that anytime you want to do your skirts, it should be on fold. So on this pattern now, you cannot put your allowance, but I didn't, because I don't have to. It's a tutorial. I don't have to, but please put your seam allowance, especially that place I'm cutting. Put ½ inch seam allowance, and make sure that your side already have your seam allowance. Your hem should have your seam allowance already, or you can put it on your fabric. So we cut out the back of this skirt. Is the normal A-line skirt. It does not have to have a cutout. You don't need it. It's not necessary. So you just cut a normal straight A-line skirt for this. So this is my cutout. I'm actually using fabric so that it can pop out. There is an allowance of ½ inch on this side, because if I don't put it, it will be very small and you will not or might not see it. So I cut out the allowance. So I'm cutting out the other side. The other side is on fold. You don't need allowance there. And the upper parts, you need to put your allowance too, because when you are joining it to the upper bodies, maybe you are making a gown or a skirt, you need that allowance. This is going to happen to just the front. So this cutout is going to be slashed into two. A part go for the left, and another part, the second part, will go for the right, just for the front. So now this is the skirt, and we've put in our pleats. We all know how to do pleats. So we have put on our pleats. You can see the pleat. This particular is another variation of this style. This is not a pleat. You can see the place I circled is actually gathers. Why this other one is a pleat? So you can make a gathers or make it a pleat. Spice it up. Spice it up, baby. That is it. So now we are going to sew in this cutout to that place. You can see it's the same size. Let me take it to the machine and bring it back. Voila, this is it. Look at the pleats. I told you earlier that you can do 4 inches, 5 inches. The more the pleats in between each panel, the bigger the pleats, the more it is. So you can do, you can do a bigger one. You can even do more than this pleats. You can do a lot of pleats, maybe like 5 6. Thank you for watching. My beginners, please practice this thing, you get better. And please share this video. I'll bring you more. Let's get to this pro level together.